Want to talk about possibly modifying an LMA transmitter to have a detachable antenna. A few things I wanted to go over real quick. This is what we call SMA. The screw-on side has the pin down the center, and RP SMA, which stands for reverse polarity, has the receiving side with the pin down the center. So essentially, this is the male side, and that's also male side. You can get adapters, but I need to order another bulkhead like this that is female, and we'll go from there. But what we're looking at here is this is the original antenna that came with it. This little nut essentially just keeps the antenna from the stress from being transferred to the motherboard here, and that way the stress gets put on this front plate and gets transferred to the shell, this part. So you don't put any stress on the motherboard and you don't destroy the transmitter itself. So what I've already done is remove the screws that keep the front plate onto the main board. Main board, motherboard, same difference. That hole I've already cleaned out. That is where your center conductor goes for your transmitter, and the rest of the board is used as a reflector. Board and the shell must be about the right size. Pretty close to. Probably make it a little bit longer to get a true dipole on this, but as with most electrosonics, your TA5 connector is 4 or 5 pins right here, and you're just going to slide it forward. Really should be doing this with a mounted camera. So that's going to come forward, just comes right off those pins right there. TA5 connector. Of course that's 5 pins, but we're looking at 4 right here. I'm pretty sure they use the ground as a 5th pin. So got a little bit of solder on there, it's okay. But that center conductor right there is where that antenna, where is it? Oh, there it is. That went. So this came through that hole and went right in there, and this screwed into there. So what we're planning on doing is taking a bulkhead similar as this and essentially attaching it just like that. So it's going to stick out here. So someone mentioned earlier that it's not as simple as it sounds, and I totally understand why now. This giant piece of metal here is actually part of the faceplate. So we have to modify that. We have to basically I'm going to take a Dremel with a cutoff bit and go deep into about flush level with the front, and then come into the side and just cut that right off. And what that's going to do is that's going to free up all this space so we can drill a nice little hole, which probably already exists once I cut that off, right inside there. So the bulkhead will stick through that hole. There's their room, yep, but of course it'll be facing the other direction. I'm thinking of possibly putting a nut on for retention to hold it against the front plate. Probably a good idea, because if I don't, then that means any force against the antenna is going to transfer straight to the motherboard, and that's not good. Chances of damaging the motherboard will become pretty high. Brass solders really, really well, so I was thinking of soldering it straight onto the board right there. Beautiful tinned up piece of gold right there. It's going to solder on real nicely. So once we remove all of that, we'll put it in there and see what happens. I got this LMA used. The guy who owned it clearly had no idea what he was doing. Everything is in just immaculate condition. So it's kind of sad to, I guess, I hate modifying things that are in such great condition. I like to modify older things. I mean, it looks brand new. It's a couple of years old. I mean, definitely years and years old. Came with the UCR 100. He never even had that in 100 mode. It was in 400 mode. and they were using it with a 100, so it sounded terrible. I mean, it's all in just incredible condition. So I think of modifying that as well, putting a nicer antenna on there. But the 100s don't exactly... Nice, people. The 100s don't exactly have the great sound that the 411s do, so guess we'll figure that out. But anyway, that's the goal. Keep you guys kind of updated. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to post this in bits and pieces or just wait till it's all done, but I don't really feel like editing, so I'll probably just post it in bits. But so far, nothing special. I have to wait a few days to get a new bulkhead in SMA, because I'm not going to put an RP SMA bulkhead on there. That's just stupid. So, yeah, we'll see how it works. I really should do a range test on this first, but that's a smart thing. Anyway, see you next time.